Sort of response video to Fred, sort of, kind of, maybe. It's one of his older videos, so I'll post a link. You know, it's not going to be talk and respond kind of thing. I'm just going to talk on the subject. Another guy who made a video was this Garrett, I think. Anyway, and it was just the one phrase he used, you know, at the end, sort of talking about atheism and liberating us from this notion of original sin. And that sort of was the title, I think, of Fred's video, and sort of the subject at the end, I suppose. I don't know, really wasn't in there. But he was sort of just, he did a very good chronology of evolution. But I didn't think much of the ending, because he's just sort of, you know, implied that there's too much focus, from my philosophy point of view, on, you know, the suffering desire equation part of life, and that there's some other meritorious aspects to this evolution. I may respond to the original video, but I think the subject just needs to be pursuing, because there's certain phrases and certain ideas built into it that I just think are so, yeah, they just really need to be bashed over. I mean, we need answers to them. Sorry, I got a horrible cold. Really quite miserable. But anyway, it's beside the point. So I might make a lot of bad videos. So I can't do anything else. Too miserable. Anyway, where was I? All right. So anyway, the Dana guy ended the video with this idea of original sin. It's like this nasty imposition of religion, that they impose this idea, this concept on us. And how dare they? I don't know. Why did the Fred video stop? And that's sort of irritating. I just reload it, see what happens. Stupid YouTube. Anyway, it didn't reload. That's interesting. I hit the damn button. There's always something with this goddamn computer stuff. Not that you need this crap anyway. I better get this out of the way, and then it won't look as bad. Anyway, anyway. Okay, so I'm finally going to get to the video. That's no good either. Sloppy. I'm sorry. I should start over, but I'm not going to. Okay, so original sin. And you know, I sort of make the argument that the original sin metaphor is valid, unfortunately. I mean, yes, religion has it for a different reason, I think, but they might have realized it in a metaphorical sense, that life is this huge liability, our desire, our selfishness, that this is sort of the sin of the animal, the brokenness that's in the animal, and that, you know, we have to strive to somehow overcome that liability. And that's sort of my argument, is that there's something in the nature of our creation that is broken. The idea of consumption and reproduction is not a working mechanism. It's a completely, I mean, unregulated. It's just horror waiting to happen, and that's just the simple truth of it. It's not an immaculate conception. It's dirty conception. It's a bastard origin. And we have to take account for that, because that building block, as Fred would call it, throughout our evolution, these building blocks, these stages, these plateaus of sophistication or ability. I mean, the fact is, though, is that everything is built on that foundation. The lower floors do have to support the higher floors. So anywhere we're going to go, any way we're going to evolve, anything we're going to become, is still built on that fundamental mechanism. And I keep arguing back to the idea that this DNA molecule still does own us, that we're still owned by that crude bastard origins. We're still basically functioning as well-equipped microbes. You know, we have more tools than a microbe, but that's all they are. They're tools. We're better equipped to take on all kinds of different environments and new environments. I mean, in a sense, life did evolve from, you know, a very tiny thing into, you know, rather massive substances, and to take on new environments, to boldly go to the new environments that were made available and provided by its own existence. I mean, life created the new world, the new skin that it infected. You know, I mean, that's sort of the weird thing, is we create the food in our own petri dish, sort of. You know, it's that kind of cannibalism. It feeds on itself. And the underlying concept, the underlying chemistry, is this idea of taking an arrangement of matter and having it consume